Her message came in at 4:12 p.m. I'm having coffee with a coworker. Don't be weird. No emoji, no explanation, nothing softened. Just that. I stared at the words longer than I should have. Something in her tone felt wrong, too sharp, too defensive for something that was supposed to be casual. But I let it slide, or at least pretended I did. Hours drifted by. The sky outside dimmed to the color of bruised metal, and I caught myself glancing at the door even though she'd said she'd be home late. I told myself she was fine, tired, busy. Anything except what my instincts were already whispering. At 9:47 p.m., my phone vibrated. Her best friend's name lit up the screen. One picture, a hotel room, white walls, soft yellow light, two figures. One was my wife. The other was a shirtless man. She wore a bathrobe I didn't recognize, tied lazily around her waist, like she couldn't decide whether to keep it on or let it fall. My thumb froze above the screen. My breath didn't. Everything inside me went silent, as if my mind wanted to freeze frame the moment so it could examine it slowly, clinically, without feeling. Another message followed. You need to see this. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. The image was more than enough. There was no shock yet, just a long, cold quiet where parts of me rearranged themselves into someone new. Someone I would eventually grow very comfortable being. She walked through the door just past midnight, smelling like rain layered over lies. I watched from the couch as she kicked off her shoes without looking in my direction. That was confirmation number 1. Sorry, she murmured. I lost track of time. Her voice cracked on the word time. Confirmation number 2. I nodded, pretending to accept the apology, while inside I was tallying the years we spent together against the minutes she spent tearing them apart. She took a shower. Too quick, far too quick for someone coming in drenched from outside. Her hair barely looked wet when she emerged. Confirmation number 3. She slid into bed beside me, her breathing slow and perfectly even. An act, and I let her perform it. The truth was already sitting between us like a third presence, one only I acknowledged. I lay awake tracing the shape of her betrayal across the ceiling. This wasn't suspicion anymore. It was methodology. The next morning, I started gathering answers quietly. Phone logs, GPS history, bank statements, the subtle kinds she wouldn't notice. Every detail painted a picture she had tried to hide. A hotel transaction that didn't match her story. A deleted message restored from her cloud backup. A coworker's name she never once mentioned in 7 years. The pieces aligned, leading straight to that hotel room. I kept my behavior light, undisturbed. He left her jokes, kissed her forehead, played the role she expected. While inside, I measured every lie she breathed. At night, I studied the photo her friend sent, not to torture myself, but to understand. The way she leaned into him, the looseness of the robe. None of it looked like a mistake. It looked like intention. I didn't confront her. Silence is sharper than rage. 3 days later, everything arrived at once. Call logs, screenshots, GPS pings, receipts. A mountain of truth that made denial impossible. I printed everything and placed it inside an envelope. That evening, I sat at the dinner table and waited. She came in humming, as if guilt had never touched her. The moment she saw the envelope, her smile collapsed. What's this? My voice didn't rise. It didn't break. It was a stranger's voice coming out of me. You tell me. She opened it. The color drained from her face before she even reached the photo. Her breath staggered. Her hands trembled. Her lips parted, closed, parted again, searching for a lie believable enough to survive in the air between us. I can explain, she whispered. I nodded slowly. I already know. That was all. Her legs nearly gave out. She dropped into the chair like her body no longer knew how to hold itself upright. The fear in her eyes wasn't fear of losing me. It was fear of being exposed. Completely. For the first time. I stood, calm, steady, the weight of years sliding off me. There's nothing to explain, I said. You made your choice. Now I'm making mine. She reached for my hand, shaking, desperate. I stepped back. Her touch felt foreign, like it belonged to the woman in that bathrobe, not the wife she pretended to be. Please, she sobbed. Please don't do this. I'm not doing anything, I replied. I'm just letting the truth speak. She broke. I didn't. I walked to the door, grabbed my keys, and paused long enough to give her the last sentence she deserved. You told me not to be weird, I said quietly. You should have told yourself not to be careless. Then I left. No yelling, no chows, just clarity. And in that clarity, I understood something simple. Some people don't deserve your pain. They only deserve your absence.